Have you ever felt like that you got stuck in life and no matter what you did, things just didn't work for you? You keep suffering ongoing stress, maybe your health is not the best, and you feel like you have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You tried many different things to resolve your emotional problems, but you keep ending up in counseling and with shrinks. You spent a lot of money and wasted a lot of time, yet more often than not, you were worse off. Have you had enough of trying to figure out why is it that the grass always seems to be greener on the other side? Are you always busy and you don't have enough time for your family and yourself, and you don't know how to deal with the things that life is serving you? Are you ready to learn about the most potent emotional cleansing technique in the 21st century? A technique that is simple, cost-effective, flexible, time-effective, affordable, and can help you to achieve desired permanent changes emotionally and well-being. Hi, I'm Linda Knight, and in 5 minutes I will show you the secret technique to unlocking your desired personal power. Curious? I'm sure. I promise it will all make perfect sense to you in just a few minutes. This simple tool holds the secret to finding the core of your problems and discovering how you can achieve peace of mind, good health, happiness, and be able to respond to life with full understanding and self-assurance. And you will uncover some little-known facts about emotions simply by watching this presentation today to the very end. Sound fair enough? Let me ask you a few simple questions. Do you have negative thoughts and emotions? Are you often frustrated or angry? You don't know what to do. Are you feeling depressed, anxious, and hopeless? Do you have low self-esteem, mood problems, and can't find your place in society? Do you have unresolved family problems? Do you hate your job? If you are in business, are you super stressed? Are you a mom, and do you feel unappreciated and that your efforts go unnoticed? Do you have unwanted addictions? Or you may have problems I didn't mention here. Well, I understand. I had many similar negative emotions and stress in my entire life over things I had no control over. At one stage, I even had suicidal thoughts. Yes, it was that bad. Stress has an awful lot of side effects that can completely destroy your mind and body, and very few people know about the very core of the problem. Let me tell you my story. I was always a very energetic person, and I believed that I was invincible. I could do anything I wanted to do, but I struggled with low self-esteem and stress. 7 years ago, out of the blue, I suffered a stroke when I was shopping. It was an experience that I don't wish on my worst enemies, not that I think I have any. My body just gave up. I no longer could talk or move. I could hear and see everything around me, but I couldn't respond. Soon, the ambulance took me to the hospital where I spent the next 5 days. I was emotionally devastated as I knew that I no longer was invincible. A dark cloud sat above my head, and I could not see the light at the end of the tunnel anymore. I got to a point in my life that I was stuck in a rut. The doctor stabbed me with huge doses of medication and scared me to death more than the stroke itself. That was when my girlfriend called and told me about a very special technique that practically saved my life. I learned about stress, the effects of negative emotions, the body, nutrition, exercise, correct breathing, meditation, and most importantly, how to find the core of my problems. I realized that I was in so much self-denial that I thought everything was all right with me and all the other people had the problems. Within 2 weeks of doing the technique, I got better and I could notice a significant change I made within this short time. I could see the light at the end of the tunnel again. I spent many hours, days, months and years to get rid of a lifetime of beard of emotions. In the process, I not only felt better, but people around me could see huge changes as well. My progress was very effective as I eliminated more and more suppressed emotions, and I learned how to deal with negative core emotions. I became more confident with my choices and interactions with other people and situations. My physical health had improved dramatically. My blood pressure stabilized without medication. The migraines I suffered from for years without a solution finally disappeared. The constant brain fog and lightheadedness vanished. My dramatic mood swings stabilized. I lost 52 pounds, 26 kilos without dieting. Even my posture improved, and all these accomplished without the use of any medication. The world became a brighter, nicer place full of sights, sounds, sweet smells and colors again. Very few people know that stress can be the biggest silent killer if you don't do anything about it. Let me show you a way to eliminate not only stress but negative emotions. Some of these negative emotions include depression, anxiety, worry, fear, anger, jealousy, guilt, self-loathing, grief, bitterness, paranoia, and a whole lot more. All these feelings and emotions I call emotional rubbish. Let me show you a simple yet effective formula to get rid of emotional rubbish quickly. A real solution that not even psychologists or counselors could help you with. Let's be realistic for a second. Most of the methods of medicine to address these emotions do not help. Find balance again without the many side effects of psychotropic medication like antidepressants. You spend a fortune on shrinks and medicine, and yet you are still riddled with side effects, pain, and fear. Let me introduce you to the most effective and powerful technique in the 21st century, the emotional cleanse. The emotional cleanse is very simple and easy to do. All you need a few minutes a day. Extremely affordable, and finally you can get rid of medication and therapy, and you can do it alone, anytime and anywhere. You don't need any kind of supervision or facilitator. It's that easy. It's time to make profound permanent changes in your life. Time to detach yourself and see things from an outside point of view. Time to feel more confident in the choices you make and release all your pent-up emotions with ease. It's time to give up living in fear and learn to make the correct choices. The more emotional rubbish you get rid of, the higher your vibration frequency becomes, the easier your body and mind repair itself. The better you manage stress more effectively and feel as if a weight has been lifted off your chest and shoulders. Even clear things in your life from your childhood or teenage years that you had forgotten about. Finally, get rid of long-term emotional conditioning like men can't cry, pink and purple are girls' colors, something always goes wrong, and many more like this. And give yourself the chance to recover from emotional distress and physical illness. Let me make it clear. You may think you tried it all or seen it all when it comes to well-being. However, what I am revealing today is utterly unique and only found on this website, and I want to make it accessible to everyone. So I have decided to give it to the world for the small price of $19.95. That's right, just $19.95. That's less than you spend on a tank of petrol. Just click on the order button below to lock in your discounted price today for only $19.95. This will be your one opportunity to decidedly take control of your life. You just need to realize that I'm going to have to eventually raise the price, as that's just only fair. So you must act now before I have to do that. It may be today, tomorrow, or in a few weeks. Click on the order button below right now and let's get you started today. Why everybody needs the emotional cleanse technique? As a small child, whatever your parents, teachers, siblings told you or taught you, you were just taking it like a sponge. When you wanted to say your word, often you had to bite your tongue. Slowly and gradually, your belief system started to form as you were growing up and experiencing life around you. By the time you were ready to tackle life, your young body was full of emotional rubbish. What is emotional rubbish? Every word that you wanted to say but you were not allowed. Every unexpressed emotion that you suppressed over the years. We have to face many situations every single day where we can't express ourselves for good reasons. Here are a few examples from your childhood and from today. Your mom told you to clean up your room, but you didn't want to do it. You felt like telling her something nasty, but there was no way to argue or express your feeling. You had to swallow your anger and clean up your room many, many times. A bully kid beat you up in school, and you had mixed emotion of anger and fear, but you had no justice as there was no proof. You asked your dream girl to go to the prom with you, but she said no. You felt embarrassed, cheated, and your self-esteem shattered. You just had to swallow your pride. When you started working, your boss treated you unfairly, but if you said anything, you would have got fired. You felt angry, unappreciated, and your self-esteem got another blow. When you got to the supermarket, there were huge queues, and you selected the one with the least people. It turned out to be the slowest moving queue out of the lot. What did you do with your frustration? You and your family were ready to leave for the well-deserved holiday when the water pipe broke. Quite a mix of emotions here. What did you do with it? The new neighbors turned out to be super noisy and uncooperative. You broke up with your fiancé, and it took you a long time to get over it. When you found someone new, you promised that this will last. In a while, you were single again, lots of emotions to be suppressed. As life went on, you kept getting more and more emotional hurts and disappointments, and you kept pushing them down, one on top of the other. By now, you had so much emotional rubbish in your body that it started affecting your health. You ran to the doctor, where you got stuffed with medications. You felt really bad, you started drinking, maybe using drugs or other outlets, maybe taking an antidepressant. As this path was not working in the long term, you may have tried some natural remedies, meditation and yoga. But oh dear, your body was still full of emotional rubbish, and you kept shoving it down more and more and kept piling new ones on top. Then one day you found the emotional cleanse. You started doing the technique according to instructions. Every time you did a session, a lot of the emotional rubbish left your body permanently. The more emotional rubbish you got rid of, the better you felt. Your self-esteem started to improve, you become more assertive, and you no longer felt a victim. You now know how to react to negative and stressful situations the correct way. You now can handle every situation much better, and if the situation proves to be something that really upsets you, you no longer have to shove the emotional rubbish down into your body and take the damage. Now you get rid of the rubbish emotions straight away by doing the emotional cleanse and put it into the garbage. Welcome to the new, happy and healthy you. How would you like to be like Cindy and Mark? Be able to handle life with confidence and become full of joy and good health. Click on the order button below and start your journey to a new, happy and healthy you today.